This is Match Game 74, production number 0166, air date to be announced, VTR 22374, take one. Get ready to match the star. Bert Convy, Brett Summers, Dick Gautier, Elaine Joyce, Richard Dawson, and Ann Elder, as we play the star-studded big money Match Game 74. And now, here's the host of Match Game 74, Gene Rivers.
I better hold up the microphone when I start talking. Thank you for the warmth of your reception, and thank you for joining us here on Match Game 74. And thank you for joining us, because we can't do it without you.
That's
nice
true.
to see Bert Convy, star of Tattletales, a show that follows this one here on CBS. It's a big hit. It's only been on 2 weeks.
Guest, the dark kid, he was marvelous.
The opening guest, Dick Gautier.
Yeah, I loved him, yeah. He was terrific.
I liked his wife better.
Well, that's because you know her better than I.
Dick Gautier and our old friends, having worked a Broadway show together. Haven't seen you in a long time. Nice to see you again, Dick.
Nice to see you. You look much better on television. What a terrible thing to say.
At least say hello to me. You don't have to skip over me like I'm not here.
Hello. Let's say give Brett a kiss there. I don't want to feel bad.
Not only
Come
that,
over there. Lean over here and give me a kiss there.
Watch this, kid.
Oh, sorry.
All right, that's enough of that. Let's say hello to our two players here, Chris Lyons and Clark J. Colby. Chris is a current champion. She's won $600. She's only won one game, and she's up to $600. And how are you feeling today, Chris?
Nervous.
Take a deep breath. Okay, so you're not nervous anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Clark J. Colby, this is your first appearance here, and you're going to challenge Chris. We have not started the game. We're starting fresh. So please tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. I'm a sales representative for a large Texas-based truck line. I live in Downey, California. I'm what's known as a California dissolvee. And when I can find time, I like to hunt golf.
What's a California dissolvee?
That's the new law change regarding divorce. It's now called dissolution. Single.
Oh.
What is...
He wasn't kidding when I say tell us the story of your life. He really is doing it, isn't he?
In other words, you're collecting alimony, is that it?
I wish that were the case.
But you're not.
No.
Okay, well, good luck to you, Clark, and to you, Chris, and we'll get back to you and start this game right after we pass along this message of interest. Don't go away now. Here we go. Let's start this brand new game here now and see what happens. You, Clark J. Colby, the challenger, will make a selection.
Let's start with B.
B, we ask you to do that because some contestants find some questions harder than others, although we try to write them all with an equal degree of difficulty. Here it is.
So,
Yes. King Midas lost the golden touch. Now everything he touches turns to blank. Can you imagine that? King Midas lost the golden touch. Now everything he touches turns to blank. Don't think too hard, Dick. You're going to strain yourself, and we'll have to take the tie away from you. The tie looks good, doesn't it?
Thank you.
It's a stunning
Is that
tie.
yours?
No. Oh, yes, it is, as a matter of fact.
Thank you.
My wife, Helen, bought that. Oh, she's got great taste in ties. She really does.
Looks better
Buys
on
all
me,
my
though, right?
ties. All right, everybody ready? Clark J. Colby. King Midas lost the golden touch. Now everything he touches turns to...
Stone.
stone. He said stone. The audience is groaning. I don't know what that means. Bert, does that mean anything?
I said everything he touches turned to mud.
To mud.
It's the same color
Yeah.
anyway.
Mud is soft stone is what it is. Brett, what did you say?
I thought I was going deaf before when he I still don't know what he does. He's either... was he speaking in a foreign tongue?
No.
You sure? You'll explain it to me... Well, never mind. I took Charles Nelson Riley's answer. Doo-doo.
Caught me by surprise.
Well, our minds are very close, except I was born in a different generation. I said caca.
I must be playing a different game.
I don't know. Shall I read the question again for you? King Midas lost the golden touch. Now everything he touches turns to... What did you say?
Oh, now I know what you meant. Oh, well,
She's pretty, but she's slow.
Maybe he was a jeweler at one time, so now everything turns to gold plate.
To gold plate. All right, sir.
Ted.
How about you? I hope you understood what we're doing here.
Yes, I did.
Another
Yeah.
doo-doo, I just can tell.
What?
I beg your pardon? Sitting there with open-neck trousers, and you have the nerve to say that? King Midas.
Lost his golden touch, and now everything he touches...
Everything he touches now turns to mufflers.
It's a loser, but the funniest losing answer we've ever had.
Funny.
How about you, Ann?
You can't top that.
No.
I said it turned to brass.
Brass is a perfectly good answer.
Wrong.
Okay, no match there. Let's see what we have here for Chris Lyons. Everybody plays again. Here we go.
Okay.
The lady magician doesn't use a hat. She pulls the rabbits out of her blank. Out of her blank.
Hello there, folks.
Right, that's what about the lady.
You Gibbons was so...
You Gibbons were so hungry. Oh, goodness. Dick Gautier, you're an amateur magician, aren't you?
No?
No? Oh,
How'd you like that?
you were.
Yeah, a little sleight of hand around my wife.
Oops. Brett, aren't you finished?
Well,
Could you keep
darling?
forgetting to put the card in the slot there? Then that lights your light, and I know you're finished writing.
My light is
All
lit.
right, Chris. The lady magician doesn't use a hat. She pulls the rabbits out of her blank.
Bruh.
Bra? You say that. Sit up straight. Say why she said that now. Okay. Bert?
What was that? I missed that.
Well, I asked her to sit up straight so everybody would understand why she said bra. There.
I have two cards. This one's blank, so you don't think that, you know.
Yeah,
I accidentally put two cards in there.
Oh,
Because
all
he's
right.
dumb.
Okay.
Magician, and it's
Yeah.
invisible ink. Okay, no, I said, what was the question?
The lady magician doesn't use a hat. She pulls the rabbits out of her blank.
I said bazoom. which I
Bazoom
think
matches
qualifies.
bra, so
Does it? Yeah.
there's one for you, Chris. And Brett bra's the answer.
I decided to try something else. She pulls them out of her little ears.
Out of her ears. Okay.
Well, since she's a lady magician and all that, I thought that she pulls rabbits out of her hairnet.
Hairnet.
You hated that one. Don't attack me, Brett.
It's
I'll
a
attack.
dumb answer.
Gene, if I did this act, I would pull them out of my panties.
You would? Where and when do you open? We're all going to be there, aren't we? Okay, Richard.
Out of the old panties, you...
Yeah, it's the old panty trick.
Ah, dear.
Yeah.
Bra!
Bras Okay. See what a crazy bunch this is? You say bra and bing, they all go crazy there.
That's it.
Speaking of bras,
Well,
Ann...
Let's see, she pulled it out of her bra.
Bras. You rascal, you. Okay, Chris, how many? That's 3-0 at this moment. That's the end of round one. We'll go to round two. But first, we've got to go to this, especially for you.
GSN presents Behind the Blank. In the 1930s, Gene Rayburn got a job with NBC as a blank. Was he a page, a janitor, a security guard, or a dancer? Stay tuned for the answer. What was Gene Rayburn's first job with NBC? The correct answer is A, page. Gene Rayburn was an NBC page before his big break. He went from showing people to their seats to making them laugh out of their chair. Stay tuned for more of that 70s hour on GSN.
Okay, here we go with round two. I'll push a button, reveal two questions, and ask Clark J. Colby to make a selection. It's 3-0 favor the current champ. Clark?
Let's go with A this time, Gene.
He had B last time. He wants A this time. And here it is. Sarah fed Patrick nothing but chopped liver until he finally became blank. Oh! See how easy it is? Sarah fed Patrick nothing but chopped liver until he finally became Okay, the bottom tier is finished, and as usual, we're waiting.
Yes, as
for
usual.
Brett. Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Clark, what do you say? Sarah fed Patrick nothing but chopped liver until he finally became...
A matzo ball.
He finally became a matzo ball?
That's a good one.
Is there chopped liver and matzo balls? I never made matzo balls. I thought it was mostly cornmeal.
I think that answer explains why he's a dissolvee.
Yes. And I is the dissolver. Bert, what did you say? His answer is matzo ball.
I said she fed him enough chicken liver until he became Jewish, which...
Very good answer. That's a good answer. Brett, what'd you say?
Well, I was a little embarrassed by my answer until Mr. Dissolvee gave his. I said until he finally became a chicken.
A chicken.
Will you chop chicken?
You're
Oh,
having
I
the right
don't
to be
know. I didn't
embarrassed.
You don't know.
understand the question.
I hope you are embarrassed. What do you say,
I
Dick?
am with Bert. I say Jewish.
Since it's a second round, Clark, you must match the remaining three celebrities to stay in the contest. Elaine, would you show us your answer, please? His is matzo ball. That's the one we're looking for.
It's Jewish.
Jewish, so that does not match, so that means Chris wins another game. Congratulations, Chris. There's another 100 for you. It's piling up. Clark, it's been a pleasure meeting you. We thank you very much for being with us on Match Game 74. A gift for you backstage. Clark J. Colby. Thank you. Now, this pretty lady with the weak underpinnings is now has a total of $700 to her credit, and we're all happy for her. And she's been here before. You know how this goes. You ready to have another go at it?
Certainly am.
Okay, let's leave and have a... No, let's... you can win over...
Watch out, he means it.
You can win over $5,000 here, as you know, Chris. We polled a recent studio audience, and we got their best response to this. Blank Caesar. Now, the answer that audience gave most often is worth $500 to you if you match it. If you match the next one, it's $250. If you match the third one, it's $100. Which celebrities would you like a little help from?
Richard.
Richard Dawson, who's very good at this sort of thing. What do you...
Orange Julius Caesar.
Orange?
Julius.
Just Julius. Julius Caesar is what he says. Another one?
Dick.
All right, Dick Gautier.
Sid Caesar.
Sid Caesar is his.
Bert.
Bert Convy.
All I could think of was Edward G. Robinson and Little Caesar.
Little Caesar, a famous motion picture. So you have Julius Caesar, Sid Caesar, and Little Caesar. You may choose one of those or give us one of your own answers. What would you like to do now, Chris?
Julius Caesar.
You would like to do Julius Caesar? That's the one we're looking for. It's Richard Dawson's answer. Man, we're looking for Julius Caesar. Everybody understand that, clearly. Here is the $100 response. Little Caesar, that was the one that Bert gave you. That's up there, okay. Still looking for Julius. Julius, where are you? Are you under the $250 response? No, but Sid Caesar is there. So that's 2 out of 3 that the celebrities gave you. It would seem to be in the cards that Julius Caesar has to be under there. We'll all keep our fingers crossed for you as we reveal the $500 response. Julius? Congratulations. So you've got the $500, Chris. That means you're up to $1,200 at this moment. Now you're going to go for the big money. You're going to play for 10 times that amount, or... Boing. Boing. $5,000. But to collect that, you got to match one celebrity. Head-to-head has to be an exact match. Please choose one now.
Richard again.
Going to be Richard again because he was good to you last time. All right, you face me if you would, please. Here is a $5,000 question. Richard, please write your answer to this. Draft blank. That's D-R-A-F-T blank. Okay, he's finished. Now, Chris, we need a response from you. How do you fill in that blank? Draft?
Beer.
Draft beer. Okay, draft beer is her answer for $5,000. Richard, may we see your answer?
I said draft board.
Draft board. Yeah. Did you think of draft board? No. No, you didn't think of draft board. Draft board and draft beer, both good answers. So, what's that? Draft dodger, rotten answer. There. All right, Chris, now, as I said earlier, you're up to $1,200. You're still the champ. You're going to meet another player and play another game right after we pass along these messages.
No, you're not hallucinating.
Today's consolation prizes are West Clock's new Almanac wall clock, contemporary design clock with day and date feature that changes automatically. From West Clock's Italian Industries Company. And new, thicker, richer than ever before, Dial Shampoo. The shampoo with special managing agents leaves hair soft with a natural-looking shine. Dial Shampoo. And Profile with its own great flavor from a special formula of cracked wheat and wheat germ just right for toast. Profile, it's a matter of taste. Match game 74 continues in just a minute.
Going to start a brand new game now. To do that, we've got to introduce a new player, and here she is, pretty Pam Reinhardt. Hello, Pam.
Hi.
You know this lady? Are you old friends?
Oh, yeah, we've got to know each other.
You've gotten to know each other waiting backstage to come on.
Okay.
Pam, please tell us more about yourself.
God, I'm so excited. I don't know what to say. I'm 21. I'm from Whittier, California. I'm a secretary. I enjoy water skiing, tennis, and any kind of sport.
I think here's a sport.
Any kind of sport.
Yes, you came to the right place.
Do I qualify?
Because
I qualify as a good sport, don't I?
You do in my book, honey.
Good luck to both ladies. I'll push a button and reveal 2 questions, Pam, and ask you, the challenger, to make a selection.
B.
B is what Pam wants, and this is it. After the Eskimo was frozen solid, his wife dragged him into the igloo and thawed out everything but his blank.
Look, I'm the first one.
Yeah, you're finished. You must have been in the Arctic Circle at some time or another, or you must know an Eskimo.
I've known a few in my day.
Oh, you have?
You can do that.
All right, Ann, do not tarry. Trust your first instinct. It's usually pretty good here. Pam, after the Eskimo was frozen solid, his wife dragged him into the igloo and thawed out everything but his...
Hands.
But his hands. She said, the reason I'm in shock is because she said hands. Well, Bert, what did you say?
I said she thought out everything but his icicle.
But his icicle.
I didn't qualify it. That's good. That was a good one.
Brett?
It's all right, darling. Don't worry about a thing. This man, every time he went into his beautiful home in the north, he said, "Why is it so cold in here?" So she didn't thaw out his little mouth.
His mouth. Okay, there's some logic to that answer.
Yeah,
Dick?
you see, the way Eskimos communicate through affection is with their nose. They rub noses, so it's everything but his nose.
Thought out everything but his nose. That must have been a difficult trick. Elaine?
And I said she thought out everything except his dinner.
Isn't that a show of originality? I think it's good. Yes, Richard.
Well, a cold nose is good. It means that he's well. I said nose, though.
Nose.
Good for you. An intelligent response.
Thought out everything but his blank, and she said hands. And what do you say?
And I said because of the affection thing about his nose.
But his nose.
Yes.
Nose seemed to have been the answer there. Okay, so you didn't score with that. Let's see how Chris does with this. Archie Bunker said, "I'd love to keep my son-in-law in a file cabinet. I'd file him under P for blank." You know Archie Bunker?
Yeah. Not personally.
Well, we've all known Archie Bunkers in our times. That show is one of CBS's biggest hits, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent
One
show.
of America's.
Yep. Okay. Now they're all finished over there. So, Chris, we call on you. Archie Bunker said, "I'd love to keep my son-in-law in a file cabinet. I'd file him under P for blank."
Pinhead.
P for Pinhead. Don't awe her. She's the champ. She may be right. So, we'll find out. Bert, what do you say? She says Pinhead.
Yeah, don't awe her. She is right.
Pinhead.
Oh.
You could have said P for meathead. Never mind. I said P for Polish.
P for Polish, that's right.
Archie Bunker doesn't talk like that. He says P for Pola. That's what he said.
That's what Archie Bunker says. Yeah, he has called him that on the show. Yes. What do you say, Elaine?
I think I said something I shouldn't have.
Well, shall I preview your answer here? Well, you shouldn't have said it, but you got it's a show, and here we are, and you got to show it there.
Puke.
You never talk that way at home, do you?
I never watched the show.
Richard?
Remember the thing I said that I wanted you to appear on Romper Room? Forget it.
Pinhead! Pinhead is the answer. There's another match for you. And Pinhead seems to be the answer.
Yes, I said pitiful.
Pitiful.
Oh, yeah. Pitiful.
That's the way he talks, pitiful. Okay, so at this moment, at the end of round one, it's 2-0 in favor of Chris Lyons, our champ. And we're going to go to round two right after we give this message to you. Ladies, the time is up. Time flies when you're having fun. I hope you're having fun. You're not nervous anymore, are you, Pam?
Not as much.
All right, it's 2-0. We finish round one. Next time, we'll start round two. You were all splendid, especially you, Richard.
Well, thank you.
Why especially Richard?
Yeah, I don't think he was so
Thank you,
terrific.
Elaine.
You were rotten, Richard.
Well, here's you want to know the truth. You're going to accept criticism from a lady to write puke?
I didn't think Midas
No, he's
Muffler was so terrific.
Now listen, you're doing something.
I beg your pardon.
No, wait a minute.
Right this minute. Not right now.
No, you're writing a movie, aren't you? What's the name of the
No,
movie?
I'm writing The Search for the Singing Cowboy.
The Search for the Singing
Big
Cowboy.
special, yes.
Okay.
You want to audition?
No, thank you. Gene Raymond from Slate 74. Join us next time.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game 74, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Stay tuned for Title Tales next over most of these CBS stations. This program was edited for broadcast.